Welcome to the Picky Eater channel. I'm Tony and I am the Picky Eater. Today's episode is the pizza episode. This is the one that kind of started all my thoughts for the YouTube channel. In the first place, it was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Sitting around with a group of friends, we were eating pizza and they were like, "What in the hell are you doing to that pizza?" And I was like, "Man, you know what? I've been a picky eater all my life and maybe that's what I need to do. Do a picky eater channel or something like that." Now, I've got some pretty cool plans for this. Going to do some picky eater cooking. We're going to get out and about and do some things like that. A lot of this stuff won't be here in the studio, and you'll find out real soon that this right here is a green screen. That's not my kitchen. It's kind of mine and my wife's dream kitchen on the ocean and all that stuff, but it is beautiful, isn't it? So why the pizza episode? Well, because it's my earliest memory aside from the basics, like I don't like onions, mushrooms, tomatoes, peppers, all that kind of stuff. But it's my earliest memory of something where I had to be completely different from everybody else in the family. There was a Shakey's Pizza in San Diego where I grew up that my family liked to go to at least twice a month, if not more. When we'd go there, everybody would order pizza and be all happy and like, "Oh yeah, of course." I was the kid that said, "No, I need to get a hot dog." Yeah, at the pizza place, I was getting a hot dog. I was that kid. What are you going to do? And that's how it went for many years. When I was in 8th grade, I think we had a pizza party in middle school, and maybe it was peer pressure. Maybe I just wanted to try pizza, but I tried it. And what I found was that there was squishy tomato sauce all in that pizza. And I was like, ugh. So I did my first pizza surgery, and we're going to show you how that goes. I was ridiculed by the other kids, but I ate the pizza. I liked it. And from that point on, I've actually liked pizza. And I've had people say, "Well, why don't you just get a white pizza?" Well, then it's not really pizza, is it? And I have enjoyed some white pizzas, and, I'll get those as an option sometimes, especially if I don't want to do this pizza surgery in front of a lot of people. But, for the most part, I like the pizza. I like the flavor. I just cannot stand all that squishy sauce in there. Not happening. Now, I know some of you are going to be repulsed and be like, "Dude, seriously?" I'm serious. This is how I have to do it. And it's an affliction, like I said. And yes, it might be mental. I don't know. It's not like I'm going to throw up or anything by eating it, but I just can't, I mean, I'm sure there's things that you don't like that you're like, "I'm not going to eat that." Unfortunately, I just have a lot more of those things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out to my favorite pizza place here in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. It's called Slice. And my wife and I will grab a couple slices of pizza. We'll bring them back here. And then I've got a little something extra that I like to throw on the pizza when I can. So let's go ahead and take a little drive. We'll go to Slice. We'll get that pizza and we'll come on back here and we'll show you how I do it. So of course there's all these different varieties of pizza here, but there's only one for me, and that's pepperoni. Okay, we're here at the dinner table with my wife, Carrie. Carrie?
Hi.
So Carrie's a little bit camera shy, but maybe she'll get over that as we go along with doing these things. But now Carrie and I started dating, well, many, many years ago, and this is this the first food that you ever saw me get really picky with?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was a little bit embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. But she loves me anyways. What are you going to do? All right, so we've got, right?
Yeah.
So we've got the pizza here. Now, also, we stopped at McDonald's, and I didn't show you that, but the reason why is because I love pizza and fries, man. You put those fries on top of the pizza, sops up some of that grease from the cheese. It's just even better. Okay, so the pizza we got from Slice, and there's 4 slices in here. Nice big pepperoni slices. Look at that. These are nice. This is good pizza right here, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, for Carrie, she's not going to have to do any doctoring to this, right? You'll just eat it the way that it is?
Yes.
All right, so then we're going to take this piece out here. So the piece of pizza, it's a thin pizza, and you can already tell that there's not too much sauce on this as it is. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch camera angles here so that you can see the pizza up close, and we can see what it is that I have to do in order for me to eat pizza. Okay, so the first thing to look at is the pizza actually looks really good, right? We've got nice, I actually like my pepperoni to be a little bit crispier, but these guys do a fantastic job. I always like their pizza. All right, so yeah, you might hear my dog playing in the background. We got a new puppy. His name is Luke, and I'll show you him when we're done showing you this pizza because he is adorable, and I think you'll like him. All right, so the pizza. We're looking at this pizza here, and you'll see up here in the crustal area, there is some sauce that's pretty visible right there, and I know you're thinking that's not enough to take off. Well, it is, so I'm just going to kind of wipe that stuff off of there, and this is the beginning of my surgical attack on this pizza. So then I'm going to take the finger, and we're going to wipe it off right here, and this is something that it bothers you, right, Carrie?
Yes, it's very embarrassing.
It's like after a while I got like a whole plate with this stuff around it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, because some pizzas are worse than others. I'm just gonna eat this little piece right here. Yummy. So once I do the initial stuff, you know, just kind of pulling it off of the backside here where it's easy to see it, then we start the real surgical attack here. So we're gonna take the end and we're just gonna pull that back. And it's kind of nice that this piece is not exactly super hot right now, because we can, oh boy, yeah. We can really get in there and pull the cheese back, because it's easy to pull back. So we're just gonna wipe off that initial stuff, and then you'll see right underneath that initial wave is a ton of sauce. Look at that, ugh. Okay, that right there, that's not okay, for me anyways. That's gotta go. Now these guys, they do a pretty good job of not having too much sauce on their pizza, but by the end of the surgery, there's usually a lot of sauce around the plate here. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. All right, so we're gonna pull it back just a little bit more. And see, it's not quite as bad back here. Yeah, see, this is what it has to be done. See, we'll just put that back down nicely. I know. It looks horrible, but it's delicious for me. We'll pull it back over here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I'll kind of look at the backside of the cheese. If there's any chunks that are stuck to the cheese, that's going to have to come off. But again, the flavoring is fine by me. Yeah. All right. Yeah, definitely if you're eating pizza with me, you don't want to eat one that I've messed with, because my fingers have been all up in it, right?
Right. Like I said, it's very embarrassing.
Yeah, imagine my poor wife having to sit through this in the restaurant. So that's what I pulled off of this one. That's not too bad. Now, some of their pizzas have actually more sauce on them. Some of them have less. The pepperoni slices don't have that much. Of course, they got deep dish pizzas and all that. You saw that in the stuff that I shot inside the restaurant. I know it's a little bit embarrassing, and this is why I don't like to do it in public that much. Pizza at home is so much better, because I can go through and pull it off. See, even that little piece of green right there, I didn't want that on there. I guess that's what, oregano or something. But yeah, so now the pizza looks pretty good and ready to eat for me. Check it out. And sometimes I can reposition the pepperonis and stuff. But that's not too bad right there, all that sauce. Just not for me. Now if we want to really complete the circle, what we'll do is we'll take some McDonald's French fries, or any good French fry for that matter, put them right on top of there, and that is going to be tasty. I might have to zap it in the microwave for a minute, but that's how you do it, man. Pizza and French fries. Luke. Hey, Luke. You good boy? Hi there, buddy. Yeah, he's really cute. So that's how the picky eater eats pizza. It's a little bit of surgery. I'm sorry, honey, right? I
mean, seriously, look at all these napkins.
Yeah, I end up going through a lot of napkins. And that's what it looks like, that's the thing. If we go out to a restaurant and everybody's like, let's get pizza. I'm like, okay, this is going to be fun. Of course, everybody's going to give me a hard time, and poor Carrie's over there like, I don't know you. All right, Carrie. Well, thank you very much for coming on camera with me. Like I said, she's a little bit camera shy, but maybe she'll get over that a little bit more as we go along. I know it's not pretty, but that's how I've got to do it. It's just how I got to do it. If I touch that cheese and I see any sauce squishing out, well, that's definitely happening. But even if I don't see that, I'm still going to peel the cheese back and do a little bit of surgery. That's how I do it. My apologies to friends and family that have been embarrassed by me doing all this stuff in public, but that is really, it's just the tip of the iceberg, and you'll find out more as you continue with me here on the Picky Eater channel. I want to thank you so much for all the comments on the first couple of videos here on the channel. It's really nice to hear other people have the same type of affliction. It's nice to know that we're not alone. And I'm sure that people that aren't picky are probably watching going, I guess I can see that. So it's just really cool to share all that stuff, and I really would appreciate it if you continue to give me ideas down in the comments of what you'd like to see here on the channel. I can definitely see going out to like a fast food joint when they've got a new dish or something like that, taking that, maybe eating it in the car and going, okay, here's what we got. Now I'm going to have to take this off and this off. The only problem is where we live on the Outer Banks, there are literally 4 fast food restaurants. We got Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, and a Taco Bell / KFC, but there is also a Sonic. I almost forget about that. And the only civilization where we're going to find all that other stuff is like an hour and a half, 2 hours away up in Virginia Beach area. So yeah, we'll see though. I'm just really excited about sharing this with you. It's a little embarrassing, and it's just kind of my way. Maybe I'm purging it for my life by sharing it with you. Either way, I really appreciate you watching the channel, and I hope you will subscribe and support the channel even further. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Picky Eater channel.